Hi, welcome back everybody to Kurt's kitchen. He's got all of his mise en place ready to go to show you all what he is going to make tonight. And here he is.
Hey, happy Saturday, everybody. Today's main feature is polenta. I'm going to use it two ways. One way, I'm going to go ahead and stuff these tomatoes that we slice the tops off a little bit and hollow it out. We're going to make a loaf as well. And this is just a little Tupperware pan coated with Parmesan and black pepper. And you'll see the leftover that I make from the polenta to the filling to be utilized in two separate dishes because I don't eat all that food. So anyway, so we have here a pot of olive oil that's been getting pretty warm. And we have our ingredients for the polenta is going to be some rough chopped garlic, red onions, cremini mushrooms, spinach, a little Parmesan, a little blue cheese, and we'll shift on a little bit of basil at the end. Put that in. So here we have, we'll zoom into here a little bit.
Got it?
Okay, so we've been sauteing the garlic and onions for a little bit. You can start to see as they turn just a little bit of golden brown. At that stage, we're going to go ahead and add the cremini mushrooms. Now, the cremini mushrooms, as all mushrooms, are going to absorb the additional oils, but that's okay. There's enough olive oil in there to compensate for that. And so you're going to let these just get a nice little coating on the mushrooms, and then let those caramelize. Sauteing the mushrooms and the garlic and the red onions here, they got a nice little crispy coatingness to it. The garlic has gotten just a little bit crunchy, a little nuttiness, and the mushrooms have cooked down to just fine little pieces that will meld into the polenta cake as we make the loaf. So I have about a cup and a quarter or so of polenta mix, and so I'm going to add that to the sauteed mushrooms and garlic and onions. Kind of mix that into the olive oil quickly, as you can see. And the ratio is about usually a 1 to 3 ratio if you use a cup of polenta to the liquid. But I'm going to make cakes out of this too, so I may go 2.5 cups. And the thing about making polenta is, as you add the water to it, you're going to want to gauge how thick it's going to be and how much the absorption rate kind of takes as you make it. So as you add each cup or so of the broth, you want to make sure you continue to stir, keep the clumps out, and let the polenta absorb the liquid. Okay, as you can see, it starts to continue to cook. The mushrooms are well blended into the mix. You can
Nice.
still see that it's
FYI, I'm not a fan of polenta.
and so not a lot of people are, but it's a great Italian dish. You can use it just as is, as a dish, just creamy polenta off to the side, or you can do things like stuffed mushrooms, portobellos. You can do stuffed tomatoes. You can make lasagnas out of it. You can make croutons out of it, loaf cakes and things like that. So, but the thing, polenta just takes a little bit of a long time. It's got a little patience, and so as we continue to simmer this, we'll put this at about a medium heat. And as it continues to simmer, it's going to continue to absorb each cup of the moisture, the liquid that I have in here. And so we don't want to go too much all at once because we do want to make sure it's cooked creamy and smooth. So this will take a few minutes to go ahead and continue to cook and monitor the amount of thickness that this is going to be. So we'll come right back. So as we continue to cook the polenta, it does take quite a long time, and the process is worth every bit of it. So as you can see, the consistency is still kind of thick and pasty, so I'm going to add more broth, but you don't want to overdo it, but you want to make sure that all these little white particles, as you can see in here, are the polenta that are still just a tiny bit crunchy. So we're going to continue to add probably about another 3/4 of a cup of broth to this. And we're going to go ahead and continue to let that simmer down. And just at the point of all those little morsels of polenta to be al dente, less crunchy, it's the point where we want to go. And the rest will kind of, just the heat, we'll go ahead and finish off making this a fantastic. All right, we're back here to finish up the polenta. As this has been simmering, it took almost about 3 cups of water to the 1 cup of polenta that I had. As you can see, it's thick, pasty, and the key is that it takes so long is the kernels, you want them to be soft, right? And so as you go through this process of the last 15-20 minutes that I kind of sped through, you want to make sure that you taste it. You still feel the crunch, but it's not hard, right? So it's soft to the texture. Move those polenta kernels in to see if it really gives that smooth consistency. Once you get there, you can finish off the recipe here. So what I have is some fresh spinach that I had chiffonade, and the reason why I'm putting this into the last minute is because I actually kind of want it to stay within the polenta cake, so when I cut it, you'll see some of the slices in there. I have some Parmesan cheese and some blue cheese that we're going to add. Okay, we just kind of fold that into the mixture, and then a little more of the floral piece. I have some fresh oregano that I bought. I'm going to punch this up. Actually, grew in the backyard here, and chiffon out this, roll it into a little ball, and just 1 slice, thin little pieces. The same with the basil. Take a couple leaves, lay them together, fold them into a ball. And just do 1 slice. That's going to go right inside the polenta here. We're going to mix all this together, incorporating the basil, the spinach, the cheese. Yet it's not going to melt all the way. You still want to kind of see the chunks. I think a little bit of black pepper to this dish, just for the last minute. A little pinch of salt. Now I can always salt the cakes later on after I cook those off for the next dish. So that's going to be our polenta filling. As you can see, it's not too dry. It's not like rock hard, but it's also not too moist. And this will set up as it firms. And so what we're going to be doing is we made this coat, this Tupperware, lined with some wax paper, some Parmesan cheese, and some black pepper. And so we're going to fill it. And now this will sit in the refrigerator for, it'll be firm by tomorrow, for sure, right? But then the nice thing is, the fun thing is, once this settles, you can slice it into little cakes and make, grilled polenta cakes on it. And so the rest of this, I'm going to take a spoon, and we're going to fill in our tomatoes, because we're going to have these tonight. So this is just going to be some yummy goodness. So you can overstuff them a little bit. They're going to puff up slightly, but then they're going to condense back down. We're going to put these on the grill and let these bake. Take a little Parmesan cheese. And these will go on the grill as a basil, comini mushroom, roasted garlic, stuffed tomato.